Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Today I am going to be showing you how I usually do my eye makeup because I've gotten a lot of questions about this, and I know that my channel is mainly fitness focused, but I will say when I first got into YouTube, it was because of the beauty world and I wanted to have my own makeup channel. So kind of going back to my roots here, but again, I do get a lot of questions. This is just going to be eye makeup. If anybody is interested in like how I do my face makeup, just let me know. I can do that too. Also, my camera does not have a zoom feature because I didn't realize that when I bought it, and yeah, so I'm gonna try my best to show you what I'm doing, but there's not much I can do about that, so sorry if that makes it a little more difficult, but again, I'll try my best. And lastly, we're gonna ignore this because if I turn the blinds the other way, it's not good for anyone involved, so let's just get started. So the palette that I use every single day is the Lorac Pro palette. It is the original palette, and it has these colors inside. Obviously, you can tell which ones are my favorite. First thing I do is I use a Sigma E38 brush. It is a blending brush for the crease. This was a gift, and I have been wanting it for years, and it is amazing. So the first color that I'm going to take is this taupe color right there, and I just put that all over my crease. I also don't do anything special to prime my eyelids. I just use my foundation and concealer as primer, and it works fine, so. Okay, so I don't know why I do it in this order, but we're just gonna roll with it. Once I have my transition shade in the crease, then I grab a flat shader brush. This is like from Amazon a long time ago, super cheap. But, you know, any normal shader brush will do. And I like to grab this champagne color. That's what I usually do on the rig. I'm going out tonight, so this look might be altered a bit, so I'm trying to think if that's what I want to use. So I'm going to use that champagne color and put it just on, like, the inner, like, 2/3 of my eyelid. Since I'm going out, I'm also going to be incorporating the Naked Smoky palette. This thing is dope, and there's the colors. I have not used this one as much, but when I'm feeling sassy, you know, trying to get that full-on smoke, this is what I will do. I don't know why I just talked about that, because we're not going there yet. We're not going there yet. Next step that I do every single day is I take this mauve color, top row, and do that in my crease again, because I'm slowly making it darker. And if you build up the color, as opposed to putting like black eyeshadow on your bare frickin' eyelid, it's gonna go a lot smoother and it's gonna look a lot better. Fun fact, I had another blending brush that I always used to use before I had this one, and it is from Real Techniques. It is the base shadow brush, and it looked like that. I'm probably going to use this for some darker colors because it gives a more like precise, place the color where you want it kind of deal. But I just wanted to give another option if you don't have this one or a similar one. And then the next color I'm going to take in my crease is the Sable color right there. Okay, so there's what we're looking like so far. Got some transitioning happening. Next, I'm going to grab the Naked palette that I just talked about, and I'm going to take this dark brown color right here. It's called Whiskey, with the more precise blending brush. I'm going to put this in the outer corner, but make it like the outer V shape, so like this, and then like this, into my, right here. So we are concentrating it right there. And honestly, there's no method to this, for me anyway. You literally just watch me like, that's what I do. I'm just gonna place some more of that right close to the lash line. It looks a little crazy right now, but that's because we have not done the brow bone highlight, and we're also going in at the end with this bad boy to fix it all up. So, you know, if you're scared right now, if you're doing this with me and you're scared, don't be scared. We're gonna be okay. If there's any flaws, which let's be honest, I'm just kidding, I can't even say that. If there's any flaws, the lashes will hide. And I just fix it as I go along with this blending brush, because it's much easier to clean up little messes along the way than one giant mess at the end. You know, like when you're cooking and you clean up as you go, it applies to your eyeballs too. I don't know if you can see. Hopefully you can see what's going on. Sometimes when I use this for going out, I will put this on my eyelid as like the shiny part instead of that other champagne color, and I will use this in the crease, but that gives me more of a cooler look. And today I'm not really feeling so much of the cooler look. I'll also use this gray right here, but I think I'm feeling a warm toned look. So he made his appearance, he submitted one eyeshadow, and he left. Alright, so now we're going back to the Lorac Pro palette. I'm going to be using this dark brown right here, Espresso, and for some reason this color is like super pigmented, so if you're using it, just do a little dab into the freaking Espresso. And lightly place into that same area, the outer V, cleanup time. Next, if you thought that I was going to teach you how to use black eyeshadow today, you thought right, because we're doing it. We're going there. I'm going out tonight. It's a smoky eye. We're going to put black eyeshadow, girl. Don't you worry. So, right here, we're going to take the black, same brush, not as pigmented as Espresso, so you can dab a little harder. And same thing, but each time, like each darker color, I'm pressing less with this. So if it was a lighter color, I could press harder and kind of get sloppy with it. The Espresso, the one that I told you was super pigmented, I press a little bit lighter and I kind of take more time and put it where I want. And the black, since it's the darkest, is going to be the lightest pressure. Another good thing to think about while you're doing this is the ombre kind of idea or effect. It's just a fun fact. I'm so into fun facts. If you know me in real life, you know that every day I have a fun fact. This part's very important. I know I said that there was no method earlier, but there is. You just clash that shit on there. Get your shadow on. And if you go to the Church of Jaclyn Hill, you know that you blend until your fingers bleed. I don't know how blended it looks to you, but we're gonna move on. The game changer, the biggest game changer of them all, is putting eyeshadow on your lower lash line. I always start out with the sable color, and I am using a whatever the heck you call this thing. And I start about 2/3 of the way in, right there. And I usually like, alright, this is gonna be stupid, but you know what? Say these are your lower lashes, like sticking down. I take the brush and I like lift them up a little bit, and then I, does that make sense? I don't know. So once we have that one on, we're gonna go straight to Espresso, dark brown. This one, I only go about 1/3 of the way in. Okay, we're gonna pause, and we're gonna get our pencil brush. This is from e.l.f. It was probably like $1 hair, and we're just gonna blend that shiz out. See it? I'm gonna make a wish. Oh, the frickin' sun! Joke's on you, son. Joke's on you, son! I want to add right here that on a normal day, what I will do is take an angled, like a precise angled brush, and I will take the black eyeshadow and apply it where eyeliner goes, so it's not like such a harsh line of eyeliner. Plus then I just don't have to do eyeliner. But since I'm going out tonight, I will be doing eyeliner. I just thought I would throw that tip in there. And also, since I'm going out tonight, I'm going to be adding the black to the bottom. So, final step of lower lash line. Taking the black again. Now is the time when you tell your body and your mind to calm down. Because this bitch right here can sense your fear. I'm just going to say right now, not every day is a perfect day. So when you f*** up your eyeliner, just let it dry, and then we're going to fix it. And you might think, Melissa, it's impossible to fix winged eyeliner. But today I'm here to enlighten you and tell you that it is possible. And we're going to hope and pray that this eye goes better. Okay, so right now, neither wing is sharp enough to cut a bitch, so we're gonna have to work with that. We're gonna have to fix that. I gotta go get a Q-tip. Fuck you, son! Right now, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. I got a little something going on in the inner corner. My eyeliner is not the way I need it to be, so as long as your eyeliner, or even mascara, if you get mascara on your face, is dry, like, don't freak out, don't start wiping it, you're only gonna make it worse. Let that shit dry, go get a Q-tip, and you can literally... It just came off. Like, it's gone, just like that. I really hope you saw that. Hope you can see it. For the wing that is too thick, I know, you probably can't see it, but I told you at the beginning that I don't have a camera that zooms. This is janky as fuck, but I don't care because it saves me from wiping off my entire eyeball and having to redo it. I will visualize the way that I want the wing to be going, and I will literally just take my fingernail, any nail, you know, that's long enough, and I will, like, cut off the bottom of it. And it comes off on your fingernail. You can see a little bit there. And so I just visualize what I should have done in the first place. And basically, like, scratch it off. It's not the most enjoyable experience, but it's also not the least enjoyable. I don't know if it's this eyeliner or my eyelids, but it, like, comes off after a few hours. So to keep that from happening, I just color over it a bunch of times. I know. It's revolutionary. I think it's because I laugh a lot and, like, I cry from laughing. So, you know, it's not a bad problem to have. Next thing, we're gonna curl the lashes. The first mascara that I use is the L'Oreal Voluminous. And I do the tops of my lashes first. And then, like normal. Today's fun fact, I got it. I can do my mascara with my mouth closed. How about that? And then the next one that I use is the L'Oreal Telescopic. And now comes the best part. So I use the Duo glue, but don't get the squeezy tube because you have, like, no control with that bitch. Get the paint on kind, because it's just so much better. And I just hold it with my hands. And I go in at an angle, and then I go in with tweezers. So obviously this is taking me a lot of practice, but my biggest tip is when you have the lash, say, I don't know how to demonstrate this, say this is your eyeball, and so your lashes are, like, sticking out right here, and they're up because you curled them, or, you know, they're just eyelashes, they just stick up. When you have the lash, angle it down and go over your eyelashes, and then at the last second just kind of and stick it on there. And I always try to get the middle of the lash to stick on my eyelid first, and then I do the inside, and then I do the outside. And when I am using the tweezers, I'm just picking up the inside, sticking it, picking up the outside, sticking it, and then I'm taking my false lashes and my natural lashes and pinching them together. But you gotta be so careful, because you don't want to pinch your eyelid with these. So obviously there's, like, tools for that. I just use tweezers because I'm very careful and I've done it several times. So that is, you know, my secret to applying the falsies. Put a little extra on the ends, and that will help you out. And there they are. That is my friggin' eyeball routine. Obviously today, since I was talking through it and recording, it took so long. Hopefully this video is not very long. I'm gonna have to edit out myself saying a lot of stupid shit. Forgot one thing. So, forgot to highlight the brow bone and the inner corner. I used the Jaclyn Hill by Becca Cosmetics palette on my cheeks. So I usually use the same brow bone highlight that I use on my cheeks. And today, Champagne Pop, and put it right there. And then I'm going to put it on the inner corner as well. I'm going to take nude color out of the Lorac Pro palette and layer that over top. And I like to drag it along the lower lash line there. So there is the final eye look. Now we can close it out. If you're still watching, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Please like, please subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.
I believe in miracles. I see miracles. Because everybody's looking for miracles.